Threat detected.
We're going to identify the key characteristics of the micro marketing environment, and this lesson is called the microenvironment. Our microenvironment is the totality of people and other connected groups of people, organizations that are very close to the business and which all have a direct and measurable impact upon the customer experience. Suppliers are those companies that supply your business with goods and services to which you add value through the basic transformation. From a manufacturing point of view, they would supply raw materials and components which are transformed. Our customers are vital to our business because without paying customers we have no business. When we define marketing, we often talk about customer needs, how we identify needs, satisfy them and anticipate them in the future. And this is all about our customers. Distributors are the intermediaries between the manufacturer and the consumer. Distributors are marketing companies too and participate in the marketing process. Distributors are important channels since large manufacturing brands do not wish to distribute all the way down to the final consumer.
What's a marketer's worst habit? We fall hopelessly in love with our own product. Its new features dazzle us, and we just can't wait to tell the world how great our products are, down to the most minute details. Okay, a little test for you. Watch this ad.
Look at this, motor oil, my husband's favorite shirt.
Did you say motor oil?
Can you help? I've tried these without success.
Try this. Spray and Wash Max has a new and improved formula with even more stain-fighting power, making it the unbeatable pre-treater. It has Resolve power to break down tough stains right in front of your eyes, better than the competition. It even outperforms the others on these dried-in stains.
Impressive.
Finally, this is perfect.
Trust Resolve power. Forget stains.
All right, what were the 3 products shown in the ad? Which one was judged best? What had stained the shirt? What was the name of the special power? What were you asked to trust? Even with your full attention, you still probably can't answer those questions. The reason? The ad spent the whole time comparing product features to a competitor while ignoring what the customer wants. All the viewer hears is blah, blah, blah. Now, take a look at this ad.
On a scale from 1 to 10, I hate Miracle Whip at like 22.
You don't love Miracle Whip? You're incapable of love.
Miracle Whip tastes like lotion, but sweet. And who wants a sweet lotion sandwich?
That thing, a little tang, makes you go bang. Yeah, that's what Miracle Whip is.
Definitely I could never date someone who likes Miracle Whip, but I could possibly be your friend.
You know, if you got these, like, fancy-dancy mustards and stuff like that, that's an elite kind of thing. Okay? Miracle Whip is America.
It may be the greatest thing since toilet paper. It is.
Miracle Whip tastes like an exotic lady is kissing you, but she's got a little bit of sugar around her mouth. And then at the end she goes, caliente.
And it's always great in the bedroom, you know.
I would never eat it. I would never put it in my hair. It's just wrong.
Got that extra something, but nobody really knows what it is.
The secret ingredient? Miracles.
The ad starts with Miracle Whip's brand image, the Renegade, and builds from there. It's all about customers. You're entertained and left with a clear product message. Miracle Whip is the tangy spread that's really different. So remember, when marketing product features, forget about your competitors and focus on your customers' lives and needs. I'm Graham Newell, and that's Emotional Marketing.
Hello Sally, can I explain any marketing concepts?
Professor Siegfried, what is the macro environment?
Well Sally, the macro environment is the collection of uncontrollable forces and conditions facing a person or a company, including demographic, economic, natural, technological, political, and cultural forces.
Thanks Professor, for defining the macro environment.
Hello class, can I explain any marketing concepts?
Professor Siegfried, can you explain the demographic environment?
Well Mimi, demography is the study of human populations in terms of size, density, location, age, sex, race, occupation and other statistics. The demographic environment is of major interest to marketers because it involves people, and people make up markets. The world's population is now over 6.7 billion people and is predicted to exceed 9 billion by 2040, with most of the growth coming from a small number of countries such as China, India and Brazil. This makes these regions highly attractive international markets, promising population growth that won't be achieved in developed economies. In Europe the opposite trend is occurring, with an aging population and population shrinkage in some rural areas. To conclude, demographic trends in domestic and international markets are highly important for marketers.
Thanks Professor for this explanation of demographics.
Hello class, can I explain any marketing concepts?
Professor Siegfried, could you please explain the cultural environment?
Well Mimi, The cultural environment is made up of institutions and other forces that affect society's basic values, perceptions, preferences and behaviors. People grow up in a particular society that shapes their basic beliefs and values. They absorb a worldview that defines their relationships between themselves and others. The following cultural characteristics can affect marketing decisions. 1. Persistence of cultural values. This refers to people in a given society holding many beliefs and values. The Japanese, for example, strive to achieve cooperation, consensus, self-denial and harmony. Japan as a monocultural society reflects the belief among the Japanese that they are unique in the world. 2. Subcultures. Within a culture consist of small group of people with their own shared subset of attitudes, beliefs and values. For example, in the United Kingdom, there is a large Muslim population. Banks such as Lloyds and HSBC have recently started to offer products that conform with Islamic law, which prohibits the paying or charging interest. 3. Shifts in secondary cultural values. Marketers want to predict cultural shifts, to identify opportunities and threats. For example, Roy Morgan Research Center tracks cultural values such as anti-bigness, mysticism, living for today and sensuousness as part of a readership survey to describe the percentage of the population who share such attitudes. To conclude, the cultural environment is very important for companies to succeed in international markets. This might involve them adapting their marketing communication, product or branding to the new cultural environment.
Thank you, Professor, for this explanation of the cultural environment.
Hello class, can I explain any marketing concepts?
Professor Siegfried, can you explain the economic environment?
Okay Mimi. The economic environment consists of factors that affect consumer buying power and spending patterns. Markets require buying power as well as people. Total buying power depends on current income, prices, savings and credit. Marketers should be aware of major trends in income and of changing consumer spending patterns.
Thanks, Professor, for this explanation.
Hello students, can I explain any marketing concepts?
Professor Siegfried, can you explain the technological environment?
Well Mimi, the technological environment is perhaps the most dramatic force that can shape a company's destiny. Technology has releases such wonders as penicillin, organ transplants, biotechnology and the internet. It has also released horrors such as the machine gun, nuclear submarines, hydrogen bombs, nerve gas and smart bombs. Our attitude towards technology depends on whether we are more impressed with its wonders or its blunders. Every new technology replaces an older technology. For example, when Apple developed the iPod, this replaced the Sony Walkman. When old industries fought or ignored new technologies, their businesses declined. The internet emergence created new web hosting and web design industry, and mobile phones with internet has created a new media communication industry. Marketers need to keep pace with the rapid pace of technological change and increased regulations around product safety.
Thanks Professor Siegfried for explaining the technological environment to us.
Hello class, can I explain any marketing concepts?
Professor Siegfried, can you explain the natural environment?
Okay Mimi, the natural environment involves natural resources that are needed as inputs by marketers or which are affected by marketing activities. During the 1960s, public concerns about damage to the natural environment began to grow. Popular books raised concerns about shortages of natural resources and about the damage to water, the earth and the air caused by the industrial activities of modern nations. Watching groups such as Greenpeace and Friends of the Earth sprang up, and legislation proposed measures to protect the environment. As marketers we need to be aware of potential shortages of raw materials, increased cost of energy, increased pollution and government intervention in natural resource management.
Thanks Professor Siegfried, for this explanation of the natural environment.
Hello class, can I explain any marketing concepts?
Professor Siegfried, could you please explain the political environment?
Well Mimi, marketing decisions are strongly affected by developments in the political environment. The political environment consists of laws, government agencies and pressure groups that influence and limit various organizations and individuals in a given society. Legislation affecting business has increased steadily over the years to protect organizations from each other, and to protect consumers from unscrupulous businesses. Also, there is an increased emphasis on ethics and socially responsible actions that cover all marketing abuses, social responsibility and corporate governance. This is a quick snapshot of the political environment.
Thanks Professor Siegfried, for this explanation of the political environment.